So here's another important part. Well, you should know is that if you mess up, you put the seal in the wrong place where it's not a big deal right away. You catch it, you want to go ahead and pull it off and put it back on. The longer the seal sits on the top, the better it adheres. Once you're just setting it down, you can press it down for a little while and you can peel it off and you can put it in the right place, push it back down, and then you should be good to go. You can damage it, so you don't want to do it too many times, but like I said, if it's a clean surface, that'll help out a lot. This is kind of really tight. So here's the biggest trick that we've learned over the years, how to decrease wind noise from like the window side areas. Basically on your window seals, so on your window seals that we supply, we give it a little extra length just like the bottom. What we do is, I've already done it, but we cut, about 1 inch, 2 inches off. Try to keep it like 1 inch or something, so you don't cut these too short out of the box, because that's another pain in the butt, and I'll go over that later. But we take, I took about 2 inches here off the top of this one. It's the same seal. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place this here, and this is going to basically mimic the way that the factory seal is. No one makes a seal that's going to be exactly like the factory main rear seal, so we had to mimic it the best we could with what was available. So you take this seal here, and then what I do is I put it so that the inner edge is even with the hardtop. I take my finger, put it on the bottom of the hardtop, and then come up and I pinch it. So basically what I'm going to do, take my scissors and then recreate the angle of the hardtop. Just like that. So now we have a little pointy thing and it matches the hardtop. I'm going to take the adhesive off, or the paper off, and then throw it on there. Now, I like to stick it a little bit in front of the hardtop, but as long as the angel's straight, we should be good. We'll go ahead and repeat that on the other side. This top in particular has coming with our Q-piece brackets. So it's there's a bottom portion of it, and then here's the top portion of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the top portion of it onto the hardtop. No matter if you have 1-piece, 2-piece brackets, we usually install on the hardtop first. That's the easiest way to go about it and to adjust everything. So I'm going to go ahead and take all the bolts out, and then I'm going to install the brackets. So we take all the bolts out of the holes in the hardtop, and then you take your bracket, and we're top's upside down, so the bracket's gonna be upside down. You just wanna, figure out which way is the front of the bracket, which way is the back. This one here, normally the brackets move from back to front. So this is how it goes here. Just go ahead. What I like to do is I like to get a couple cuts in so it holds itself in place. You use your fingers to thread them in at first. There's no risk of cross threading. And then you can use a tool or gun or whatever. Just because I'm using an electric tool doesn't mean you should. If you don't have the right tools, don't do it because you could damage your threads. But so what we're going to do over here is we're going to install the bottom portion of the bracket, and it goes in here behind these plastic panels. So we're going to remove the plastic panels. I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll show you what bolts need to go to install our two-piece bracket in this case, or any other bracket, the bottom side of the bracket in the car. What you're going to need is first is go ahead and pull the plastic. So you can take the door trim panel off here, and then you're going to need an 8mm, a 10mm, and a 12mm socket. Whether you're using power tools or hand tools or whatever, that's up to you. Take your 8mm for the back of the little clips that are usually here. This car has them removed. So open the clip, take the 8mm bolt off. Just set the stuff to the side for now. Go ahead and reach under the trim panel, just pull it off like that. Really easy, not really anything to break. And then here, actually, Phillips head screwdriver here, or you can tilt it forward. So basically, this clip goes here. You can tilt it forward for now, that's not a big deal. Now here's the 10mm bolt and then the two 12mm. So when you undo these bolts, the soft top plate can actually rock back and forth. So you want to kind of, do one side at a time. Kind of helps. See, like a lot of these bolts are already in there, kind of tight. So it was easy. So put your bracket in place. Put your bolts back in. That's it. So that's it for our bottom bracket. What I do is you're going to take your pin here for two-piece brackets, and you're going to thread it into the top of the nut on the bottom bracket. And then what we're going to do, I'll show you later, but we're going to lower the hardtop with the brackets down. And the little holes are going to go right over the top here. Fasten the nut. Makes things really simple. There's brushes here on the inside of this thing. Two Phillips head screwdrivers. We're going to take those out, and this will just slide back in place, and we can put all the plastic back together. Okay, we're going to move the latches off the soft top. It's just two Phillips head screws, so just the Phillips head screwdriver, loosen them up here, and then we're just going to transfer over to the hardtop. There's a couple ways to secure the front. So you're either going to use the latches, like the factory latches, or you can get like our race brackets, which might be a better solution for you. It's going to create a tighter fit. Or Honda makes a hardtop latches, which is exactly like this, but a much tighter fit in the front, and it's going to cut down your wind noise and improve fitment. But these ones, we're just using the soft top latches on the customer's car. Just transfer over just like that, actually. Pretty simple. Common issues that a lot of people have with the hardtop fitment is the windows making contact with the hardtop. In this part in particular, there's no contact either way, but I'm going to show you a couple of issues and quick fixes and quick tips to fix solutions. So a lot of times the windows will make contact with the hardtop at any given point, here, back in the corner, back here, or whatever. It's all relative to the way the hardtop's sitting on the car. If you're 100% sure the top is centered, then there's a lot of other issues. Now, things to look for. Right here is a big indicator. So right here, the rubber thing is perfectly straight. This is what a normal window regulator looks like. This window is fully up, and that's what the window usually looks like. Now, the same car on the passenger side, you can see that the window's well above where that rubber is. It's been up, and the regulator isn't regulating it enough. Okay, on this instance though, hardtop still doesn't make contact with the window at any point, but if your hardtop is making contact with the window and your window looks like this is more than likely the issue. So what you'll need to do is remove the door panel and adjust your window lower to stop it lower so it doesn't make contact. The Honda manual will actually tell you to do this when installing the factory hardtop. We've had to fix fitment issues on factory tops, authentic Mugen tops, authentic Amuse tops, and the replicas. So if you have an issue with the replica, don't automatically start blaming the replica company. Take a look at your car and make sure your window is set properly. So seal installation. Take the seal that we supply in the box, and then we're going to go ahead and just make sure it measures up to the top. A lot of common issues in installation is the top up here, and there's a big gap down here. Some of the people stick it there, and then there's a lot of wind noise in this pocket. What you want to do is you want to tuck this seal all the way down here. Now the seal's flat, it's straight, and then this is actually at an angle if you look closely. So what I do, take the scissors that we used earlier, and you're going to cut just the inner corner out so it matches up with that little groove in there. Then you're going to go ahead and, again, I'm not taking the paper off yet. We're fitting the thing. So we make sure that there's enough meat there to seal the entire car. Now second, again, it's flat here. If we squish this in there, it's going to pinch and give a lot more outward pressure. So what I like to do is you take this, you take scissors again, and you cut a little triangle out in the front edge. This is going to make a better seal. It's going to seal up right there against the other seal, and it'll stick in there real nice. So now that we know that the seal is cut, it's long enough, it's gonna fit in there. We'll go ahead and remove the plastic or the paper. Okay, and then the rule is go ahead and put it in there. When you're sticking it to the top, go ahead and put it in there.